What's up, y'all? This your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. This episode for the Drop That Podcast and Hip Hop Talk is brought to you by Layback TV, okay? Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, okay? You can get on your Google Play, your Play Store for Androids and your Apple Store for iPhones, or your Fire Sticks to keep it at home and watch it, okay? All the questions are answered at laybacktv.com, but if you have specific questions, you can go on their Instagram and official_laybacktv, okay? Now let's get into some motherfucking hip-hop talk. Whoa! A lot has happened in hip-hop, and this is going to be a motherfucking rant. Sorry, guys. I'm hip-hop to the core, if you can fucking hear it in the background. Let's start with first. will.i.am of the Black Eyed Peas. Salute to will.i.am. Love his music. Love the Black Eyed Peas music. They've been out, God knows how long, you know what I'm saying? The End album, which is called The Energy Never Dies. Love it. That I think, to me, that's a 5-star album for 2009. Definitely top 3 albums of that year. They just got all the hits. Boom, boom, boom. I Got a Feeling. I'm a Bee. Rock Your Body. The list goes on. Okay. With that being said, he said Black Thought is a trillion times better rapper than Jay-Z. Now, salute to will.i.am. He is well and right to have his opinion, 100%. You cannot argue with the fact that you're allowed to have your fucking opinion. Okay, I don't think Jay-Z is the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, right? So, with that being said, it depends on the context you're regarding to. Greatest New York rapper of all time, you could make a argument is Jay-Z. I mean, I would definitely give a great debate that is Jay-Z. The greatest successful rapper out of New York was definitely Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's, I mean, if you make an argument to anybody else, you say Nas. You know what I'm saying? But most talented? Personally, I can name 5 fucking MCs that are better than Jay. You know what I'm saying? Just lyrical, you know what I'm saying? Delivery, content, all of that shit, word for word. Yeah, I will put Black Thought in there. Now, if we're talking New York, shit. New York, I could say 3. Better rappers. I would say LL Cool J. I would say Nas. And I would say Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? You want to add another there? I'll say DMX. You want to say another there? I'll say Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? But that's New York. All around, shit. We could add Black Thought in there. We can add Eminem. Shit, I can go over to the West and I can say The Game. You know what I'm saying? We can switch it up. We can say Jersey and, go Trench from Naughty by Nature. I can say a lot. I don't know why people are slaughtering will.i.am for his opinion. Just because he came out with this pop music and shit. I mean, to me, The End with Black Eyed Peas and what was it? I think the album's called Elevation. I think that was the last Black Eyed Peas effort. To me, those are the top 2 best Black Eyed Peas albums of all time. All time. You know what I mean? One has Fergie, the other one doesn't. So, but y'all need to do your motherfucking research and thinking that he doesn't, like, will.i.am is not hip hop or something. Y'all forgetting Black Eyed Peas was originally from Ruthless Records. If you don't know what Ruthless Records is, you need to do your Googles before you talk any shit. Ruthless Records, here are the artists that Ruthless Records formerly had on their roster. Bone Thugs and Harmony, NWA. That's it. That's all I should say. Fuck anybody else on there. Just those groups alone should show you. You know what I'm saying? You want to break down a little bit more? NWA consists on 3 people mainly out of the 5. Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E. Let that sink. Bone Thugs and Harmony had Busy Bone, Lazy Bone, Crazy Bone, Flesh and Bone, Wishbone. That's where Black Eyed Peas originally from. Okay? Not to mention they're from East LA. You know, they know hip hop. They know hip hop. So there should be no slaughtering will.i.am just because he had a fucking opinion about hip hop. If that's what he feels is better, so what? Black Thought is still active with the Roots. Lyrically. He's fire. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to figure that out, you know, where your fucking stance is. Before you assume that will.i.am is not entitled to an opinion, you got to do your research first. I'm just saying. Now, TDE's Ray Vaughn did a segment with Roy and Mal on their podcast, right? Where apparently he was going there to allegedly check the energy in the room to see if it matches when he's not there, right? Because they think Mal from Roy and Mal, new Roy and Mal podcast, you know, Mal is actually friends with Drake. Now we're gonna get into Drake, don't fucking worry about that. But they think he's always glazing Drake. And I listen to Roy and Mal's podcast, you know what I mean? Ever since they were JBP, you know what I'm saying? I've always, you know, or fond in their personalities when they're doing the potting together, okay? So salute to them. When it comes down to glazing Drake, yeah, I would say a lot of bias shit, you know, comes from Mal. But if you look at it, right, he really did only say he didn't like the Not Like Us song. You know what I mean? I don't know what you know, he gives a lot of respect to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers album and the show. Apparently he went to the show. But, you know, I don't know, maybe it is a West Coast thing, but yes, checking the energy in the room when you approach somebody definitely means something different. You know, coming from an East Coast nigga myself, it's definitely different. You know what I mean? Because Ray Vaughn going there to check the energy, okay, you check the energy. What if the energy was a little different? What the fuck are you gonna do? You know what I mean? You're not gonna, you know, incriminate yourself. That's just easily setting yourself up. And shout out to Damaris over there at the new Roy and Mal podcast. Damaris lit the fuck up on the, you know, she crashed the fuck out in the right way. And salute to her for doing that. Because I agree. Don't give fucking MCs or rappers a fucking platform and they use it for another agenda other than, you know, promoting or having a conversation. The conversation seems friendly. But then when you go on another podcast and say, oh, I really went there to go check the energy, you're really contradicting yourself what you were there for. You know what I'm saying? If you were there to check the energy, you should have just checked the energy. But you were checked by Mal. It's on record. You were checked by Mal. You know, and no shade on Ray. You know, he does his thing over there at TDE. But it's more like you got to get the words corrected. Because then you backpedaled and, you know, you didn't want to slander at Damaris because she a woman and you didn't know her very well. Okay, that's granted, but you could have, you know, you did that because she's a woman. You know what I mean? I know damn well if I'm standing on business 10 toes down and I go to Roy and Mal to check the energy, I'm there to check the fucking energy. Like, yo, let's come with some respect, all right? You know what I'm saying? You know, and if Damaris got a fucking problem with that and I left, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, I should be making it known I'm there to check the fucking energy and not go to another pod to fucking say something different and switch up the narrative on why I was there. You know what I mean? That's a bitch move. In my opinion, that's a bitch move. Damaris is in all right to be crashing out on this. But if I would have said it straight there and then she would have still crashed out, then I would have had to direct it. Fuck her being a woman. I would check her. But Damaris is in the right, 100%. Ray did not make it obvious that that's what he was there for, to check the fucking energy. You know what I'm saying? Let's forget the fact that, motherfucker, you had a battle with Joey Badass and you lost. It's just what it is. But with that being said, you didn't check any fucking energy, because Moss said straight up, that's my man's, and he said in a goddamn example, yo, then you gonna side with your boy, right? Right or wrong, cool. Kendrick's your boy, Drake's my boy. Boom, I'm gonna ride for my boy. Boom. So I think Damaris is the right. So salute to Damaris on that one. You know, you did your thing, girl. Now, speaking of Drake, fucking A, man. It's been over a year we talking about this fucking battle, and now we're gonna do it in a way of this lawsuit. So Drake's legal team is asking for documentation from the late 80s with Kendrick Lamar and domestic violence directly because of his wife. And he's asking for documentation for his boy Day Free and his relationship to Kendrick's kids. We all know what that means. Drake claimed that Kendrick beat his wife. Drake claimed Day Free is the real father to Kendrick's son. Oh my God. In what battle? We go as far as back as 50 versus Ja. Game versus 50. 50 versus Fat Joe. Game Fit versus Jada. Jay versus Nas. Pac versus Big. LL versus Cannabis. How far can we go back in rap battles, right? Where this is even accurate to do. Everybody says shit that's either real or not. I'll use this as a wrestling term. Kayfabe. You know what I mean? Storylines. It don't matter if shit's real. Who's wasting their time to find out if it's real? Oh, you capping. You capping. I mean, we just went through this shit with Joyner Lucas and Skepta. It's rap battle. Who gave the best joints? You know what I'm saying? Joyner beat Skepta. Easily. Well, not easily. It was good. A couple rounds. Kendrick beat Drake. Drake can't win a fucking battle without crying. You want the fucking documentation now? It doesn't make sense anymore, bro. You want to see if he's a real woman abuser? You want to see if his son is really not his? I mean, you said it. You said it before asking about documentation. There's a red flag. So what? You lost the fucking battle. And now you're dragging people like Pusha T. You know what I mean? Pusha T claiming, oh, some of his lyrics had to be censored because they're fucking scared of it. They're Golden Goose Drake. Now you want to get the head of UMG to show emails. Why? Yo, I swear to fucking Christ, Drake fans are fucking delusional if they think this is really hip-hop. For him to tour in America, I swear to Christ, if he sells out shows due to this kind of fucking behavior, we're in a fucking Twilight Zone. Easily. And, you know, like, Iceman's supposed to come out in October, allegedly. Yo, it's making me really less interested in the album. Because it's like, this is what we're doing. Drake's half white and half black. I'm sorry, he was made by a black dick and he came out of a white pussy. I feel like the rap battle, we got the black Drake. The lawsuit, we got white Drake. Ain't nobody from fucking hip-hop is doing this unless it's criminal activity. There's no criminal activity. Nobody got hurt. And this is what the fuck he's doing. Drake is a complete fucking bitch for doing this kind of shit, and he should not be in a rap battle. He should be now concentrating on singing battles with guys like Chris Brown, which you will easily lose. Don't even think about fucking thinking you can beat Chris Brown. The fuck out of here, bro. But, not trying to start anything between Chris and Drake. This is just weird now. This is so weird. If I'm Kendrick, I'm gonna say, suck my fucking dick. You ain't getting shit, bitch. Good luck. But that is some weird shit. Hip-hop is changing to the point now I want to hear less from these motherfuckers who claim they real. Or they claim they gangster. They claim they thug. Well, Wolf, all that right now. Get that fuck out of here with that French shit. He's better off touring overseas and collaborating with motherfuckers overseas. Which ain't really getting him anywhere. Because What I Miss and motherfucking Which One has not debuted at number one like Nokia did. So, I guess that ain't working for Drake. Drake, grow a fucking sack, bro. Because obviously your sack ain't really what it is. Because when your son, came out, you had to literally get the best fucking paternity test to see if that was your kid. Because he came out white with fucking blonde hair and blue eyes, alright? I don't know what kind of balls you got, but it ain't fucking nigga balls, alright? You need to straighten the fuck up. You are really looking bad right now. No one's taking you seriously in hip-hop. At all. You're a fucking joke. But no bias shit towards that, okay? This your boy Jax. I'm sorry, this is boy Eddie Jax from Drop That Podcast. We're done with hip-hop talk. I'm already stressed out even thinking about this shit already, alright, bro? Maybe we'll get some updates. We'll see how far this goes. We'll see if Kendrick, Day Free, and UMG is gonna fucking even entertain this shit and humor Drake. Till then, y'all like the page, subscribe to the page, y'all already know what it is, alright? All you Drake motherfucking fans, if y'all want to come at the comments, I fucking dare you. Peace.